afternoon and good evening, guys, and welcome to another video of Diving Trading. My name is Daniel, and today, guys, we're going to be looking at an ETF fund. Okay, an ETF. We always said, I've always said in many of my videos, we always need to diversify our portfolio, not just concentrating on these volatile stocks, but we need something a little bit solid in our portfolio, and none better than having a good index fund or an ETF fund in there to guarantee, or near enough guarantee, your growth in the long term. Okay, so ETFs, index fund, are not things to be holding for the short term. So what is an ETF? I ask you, I hear you asking rather. It's an exchange traded fund, so it's ETF. That's what it stands for, and it's a type of security that involves a collection of securities such as stocks that often attracts an underlying index. Okay. So it's similar to an index fund. Okay, it is similar. So an ETF and an index fund is similar. The only thing is with an ETF that can be traded throughout the day, like stocks can. Okay, what it is a group of companies that represent it's an index. It's basically a group of companies within that same industry or in that same category, should we say, that represents the growth of all the companies put together. Okay, so let's have a look at it. So let's have a look and let's go straight into having a look at this company. So the ETF in question is VanEck Vectors Semiconductor ETF. It's currently on Nasdaq, on the Nasdaq exchange, and they also have an ETF fund in on the London Stock Exchange as well. So if you actually go into Trading 212, this has actually just come out the other day, believe it or not. I actually came across this the other day, and if you remember one of my videos, I did talk about AMD as a company that I was interested in for a while, as a semiconductor company. So it was expensive. It was. I did consider it as expensive. I did mention that in the video, and I was thinking about buying it. Prices dropped ever since, which I thought, okay, good. But I did come across this ETF fund, and I'll tell you the reason why I like it. So the price is actually 22 at the close, $22.41. It's just come out. It's new, and it has a ticker symbol. Two ticker symbols actually on Trading 212. You have SMGB or SMH. So one's in pounds and the other one's in dollars. Okay, so you can find that in your broker or one of these two ticker symbols. Okay. So VanEck Vector Semiconductor. It seeks to replicate as closely as possible before fees and expenses the prices and yield performance of Envis US listed semiconductor 25 index. Okay, so it's taking the top 25 companies, okay, and putting it into this portfolio, and you've basically buying a bit of each of those companies. Okay, so let's see what those companies are. Let's go straight into it and have a look at the company because we want to see the percentages. Now, this is the reason why I said I was interested because I do like AMD, and I love other semiconductors companies such as Nvidia and Qualcomm. Those are sort of my top three. Um, Now, semiconductors, guys, also called chips. Okay, so why do I say this? Why am I so interested in this? I mentioned it in the AMD video that there's a strong demand for chips in the industry. Okay, when I'm talking about the industry, in more particular in the EV market. So there's actually cars that are not being built at the moment due to the fact that they do not have enough chips. Okay, so in other words, the demand is not, the supply is not meeting the demand. So the companies, the semiconductor companies, have reached out to the United States of America to see if they can actually help to go forward quicker. Okay, so they're in discussion with that at the moment. So it's good to see that because if these companies are all pretty solid companies. If you went in and had a look at these companies in detail, they are solid companies with solid revenues and really rapid growth until date. For now, in the next 5, 6, 7, up to 10 years, the growth of these companies are going to be even bigger. Okay, so this is why I like this because it represents a lot of the companies that I'm interested in. So a little bit of the percentage wise, what does it constitute? So it constitutes of 14% of Taiwan Semiconductors, which was one of the biggest companies there are. And in fact, if you have a look, they're all pretty much, well, they are all US companies. Okay, Nvidia, ASML Holding, Intel, okay, your famous Intel, Broadcom, Texas Instruments, Qualcomm, Applied Materials, Micron Technology, and Advanced Micro Devices. So that's the percentage of the top 10, which constitutes 60%. So the other 40% are a little bit smaller. In terms of the countries, they do have mostly in the United States. We can see the top 10 at least are, but then you have the Taiwan, Netherlands, Switzerland, and Bermuda. So those are the weighing of the countries that we see. So this is a very interesting company, a very interesting ETF, really quite exciting, and I will more than likely, and not more than likely, I would definitely be investing in this week on the market open on Monday. Okay, let's hopefully see that the price is going to drop down a little bit. I don't know if we're going to have another red week this week. We'll soon find out. Regardless of what we're going to have this week, it's always a good time to get into buying into a company like this. So I'm really quite excited about this company, and I will be taking up a position on this ETF. There are other ETFs. There are other ETFs, semiconductor ETFs out there that are interesting, but unfortunately, I can't get them on my broker on Trading 212. Okay, but nevertheless, this is still an appealing one. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you an ETF semiconductor fan? Are you an index person? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, if you like this video, don't forget to give me a big like. And don't forget to subscribe, guys, because that really helps my channel grow. Thank you guys for listening to me today, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care now.